Hi everybody and welcome to Paper Wishes vlog. I'm Lene Gehrig and today I've got more wonderful paper edgers from our friends at Creative Expressions. These are paper cuts. This is from their paper cuts collection. Let me go through these. This is the Child is Born edger, the We Three Kings edger, Winter Wonderland edger, Jingle Bells edger, Winter Cheer edger, White Christmas edger, and the Silent Night edger. So let's get right into this, and I wanted to show you first. Here's one that's just a white on white card. This one was really easy to do. This is what it looks like. Show you this process here. So here is the paper cuts edger cutting die. This one is 6 inches wide. Here's the thing, because these are horizontal, they run through your machine horizontally and not vertically, so it doesn't make any difference really how wide this is, because it's going to run through your machine this way. So as long as your paper is less than 6.5 inch wide for the standard Big Shot or for the Gemini Junior, then the Mini rather, then it would have no problem going through this. So let me show you. You're going to put it right here. I like to use a little piece of low-tack tape, stencil tape, washi tape works great too, just to tack that down. And then you're just going to run it through your machine. And when you're done, you're going to get this. Okay, so mine extends off the edges a little bit, or rather it doesn't extend off the edge because my paper's wide. I'm going to take some scissors and I'm just going to cut it right here. This is where the die edges ended. I'm just going to cut this away. See the top half. Oops. Something stuck. There we go. The top half just slips away. All right. This comes away just like that. And then you've got this great half solid down here, and then beautiful cutting right here. And what I did is I just took this on a blank card and I just put it like this, but I used some foam tape under that. Okay, so on all the little wider pieces right here, I just stuck little tiny micro pieces of foam tape. I cut little foam tape squares in quarters basically, and then just stuck them on there. So you can see my card has a little bit of dimension to it, and then I took white jewel border dazzles and put them along the top and the bottom, and then just a little white ribbon, and that's all there is to this card. This is a great tool for sort of mass producing Christmas cards, and ooh, there's a little fly visiting me in here today. Mass producing Christmas cards, if you found one that you just really love and you want to make 20 of them, this is a great tool for that. And it looks pretty spectacular when your recipient gets this one. So here's another one, just taking it up a notch. And using some silver linen paper to cut this out. And this is what it looks like, the Winter Wonderland cut out of just white paper. Okay, that's how it went onto that paper, and then the top just cut off and lifted away. Now I've cut it out of silver linen, and from my background I wanted to show you guys from Hunky Dory. This is Diamond Sparkles Shimmer cardstock Sky Blue, and this is basically, it's glitter paper, but it doesn't come off. It's wonderful. So you get all that shimmer. It feels like glimmer, has a texture. Feels like glitter, and it has a texture to it. And I just glued that just inside the card edges like that. I also cut away about a 3/4 inch strip along the bottom of my card. Cut this out of silver linen paper, put a strip of silver linen paper right there, and then I've got these adorable little jewel dazzles. These are Teal Mirror Round Jewel Dazzle stickers, okay? And they just come off the sheet just like this. I like to use a craft knife. They just lift right off, and then you can put them right on there really easy. And this one's retractable, which is great, so that when you set it down, you close it, and you're not dropping it on your foot or anything terrible like that. So available at paperwishes.com as are my little mini scissors from Crafters and Companion. Paper Wishes. So then, yeah, just added a little bit of beautiful sparkly ribbon. This is from Teal Aqua Ribbon Set, also Wishes. So let's move on to the next one. Here we go. Here is a easel card that I made using the Jingle Bells die. That's what this one looks like when it's cut out of white. Here I cut it out of black cardstock. And when you cut these out, you guys, you get all these little pieces that fall away, all those little negative space pieces. So I cut this out again using both metallic gold, green and red paper. And then I just took all those little pieces when they fell out and I just picked them up and I just glued them right in here. Okay, so the background paper is this wood texture paper, and this is from Wood and Texture Paper Pack from Hot Off the Press. Once I covered my card with the wood and the little black mat, I folded it. Okay, so I folded it like this. And then I just I cut this piece down from black and I glued it right there so that this edge was aligned with the fold. Then you're going to need something on the inside that has some foam tape on it so that it acts to prop that up. Okay? When somebody's looking at it, my black tabletop here, this is what they're going to see, just like that. Okay? Really fun to do and easy to do too. Okay, moving right along. Here's another one. This one, using that adorable ice skate one. Here is the Winter Cheer. This die looks like. As you can see here for this one, also want to cut away, once again, that excess piece. If your paper was, if I didn't use paper that was wider than the die, I wouldn't need to do this. But I like to do that because, I don't know, maybe I want to make a jumbo size card out of this a little bit later. I'd rather use paper that's a little bit wider than what I'm going to be needing. So you never know. So for this one, die cut it out of white. This is the base of the card right here. And then I die cut it again out of pastel blue and that silver linen paper. Did a little bit of paper piecing with the blue and the silver right over that. Oop, my little sparklet fell right off of here. It's touching. It hadn't glued it down. There we go. And of course I use sparklets on my snowflakes, extra little sparkle, to cut this circle right here. This paper right here is from Snowfall Paper Pack from Hot Off the Press. And I used this 12 circles and scallop cutting die. I used the largest circle right here and the largest scallop and die cut that. And then that's my background. And then this whole piece right here went right over the edge of the bottom edge of that circle. Very easy to accomplish. I did put black cardstock behind the bottom of this, because as you can see, when you put something darker behind it, it really does pop a lot more. All right, so that's how that one was accomplished. And I wanted to show you, I'm trying to make sure I have so many cards, you guys. I want to make sure I've got them all. This is one that Debbie did. It is spectacular. She just finished this when I walked in this morning. This one she used the bendy card, okay, and she also used 2 cutting dies with this. She used the We Three Kings right here, and this portion is right here cut out of, but she reversed it. This is so cool. She cut it out of gold metallic paper, all right, this image. And then she just turned it over, okay? Well, she turned the die over and she cut the gold metallic so that her kings would face the other direction, right? See? She didn't want them facing outward. She wanted them facing inward so they kind of were looking up, all right? And then this one, she also cut this one, but this one she used the same direction. She cut it out of black. She used those same circle cutting dies that I did, 1 black, and 1 gold and metallic. And then she made the card base. Made one for me. Oh, here we go. Made her card base. Hers is made out of black, but I'm going to do this out of white so you can see it a little bit better here. Okay. So it props up like this, the bendy card. It has little slots in it, but it opens like this. And then you could put a little strip of white paper down there so you can show your sentiment, or you could use a gold metallic pen to write in, which would All right, so let me show you how she made these. The first one is you take your paper, you put it here, you follow all the instructions on cutting out your image, your card base rather, using a little bit of glue. We're going to glue this one right here. We're going to glue this one right here. And then, actually I should have done this next part before I glued them on. All right, so your card has these little slots in it, one right there, and then there's one right here on the front. So this slot right there, you want to take a pencil and mark that, and then you just want to use your craft knife, and once that's marked, you make a cut, a slit right there. And then this one, a large panel, also has a slit in it. So we're going to turn this over. All this is right here on this information. And you make another pencil mark and you cut it right there. Okay? So great template to have, you guys. And look at all the fun surface that you have to decorate. Really great. All right, one more card. Didn't want to forget. This one, it's a little window card like this. I'm going to show you how I made this. So I took a piece of silver linen paper and I cut it to 8 inches wide by 5 3/4 inches wide. All right. Then I wanted to cut a window in the center of that. So the window is going to measure 5.5 inches by 4.5 inches. But I just took the rectangle cutting die. These are rectangle and scallop cutting dies from hot off the press. Just use the largest rectangle to make your window. So I just put it right there, put a little bit of low tack tape, ran it through my machine, and this is what I got. Okay, so I would need one like this, and I need the back like this. And then I took this is snowfall acetate, got beautiful snow on it. So you have this beautiful window, glue that right back there. All right, and then we've got our little snowman white Christmas right here. And I glued some beautiful snowflake paper right here. This is from Cutesy Christmas. I glued that right here in the back. And then took this guy. Remember how I said cut them larger than you think you'll need them, all right? So I wanted this one to go pretty wide. I cut it to the size of my card. And then I trimmed it down to fit in here, and I made little folds. And then I'm just going to glue that in here like that so that it stands up. And I should mention that the silver linen paper I folded over just about 3/4 of an inch. So there's a 3/4 of an inch fold on each side, and there's another 3/4 of an inch fold on this side. And you're going to put one over the other like this, and you're just going to glue the sides. So as I said, acetate, pattern paper, which I forgot to put in my little stash here. Glue this here, sides, and then we're going to glue this right there like that. And that's how you get this. And then you see the little cutaway birdies that were right here? I just saved those and I glued them to the front of my acetate and put a little ribbon there. So it's really easy to make that kind of card, and what I love is that it lays flat so that you can mail it. A little bit larger envelope, but it still works great. All right, you guys, so we've got a great money saver on these dies. Check it out. If you're watching us on our vlog page, make sure you check that out. It's on to the right of our video. And if you are watching us on YouTube, check that out by looking in the description box below, and you'll see a link to the Money Saver as well as a link to paperwishes.com, where you'll find lots more videos to watch and tutorials and lots of fun things to play with. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next time.